Steph, Abby, and Matt. You're only a what if away from great holidays. What if? It's Aussie for travel. Steph, Abby, and Matt.
Brisbane wakes up with Steph, Abby, and Matt on B105.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the podcast. Abby's eating chicken soup. Is it good?
It's not too bad. I'm not a soup person because soup is not allowed to be a meal in my house.
It's a good starter.
You know, yeah.
If you have I can handle a chunky one if it's got lots of meat and stuff through it.
Yeah, but if I serve it and I even put like bread, crusty breads, I can even do like a pre-salad. And he goes, that's amazing. But then I will hear in the cupboards, and it'll be like getting packets of chips. Or,
When Esther does soups for us, they're pretty close to a stew, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that.
Pea and ham.
It's not. That's gross.
I love pea and ham soup.
Yeah, so my dad.
Salty water with ham.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Mushy peas. Oh, yeah.
Why don't you like
Easy to make,
Why
too.
don't you like miso soup then? That's what that.
I do like miso soup.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And the bone broth. Because that's just salty.
Yeah, no,
meat.
it's a bit different, that bone broth you gave me. It tasted a bit too natural. I was like, this tastes like it's good for me.
Minestrone.
Yeah.
You want a bit more processed.
It was salty. Like,
You'd have soup as a meal.
Yeah, it's British. Yeah. My granny always used to have a pot on the stove. Big ham hock in there.
With bread rolls.
Yeah, with burnt crusts. Oh, hello. Take me back.
yeah.
I used to take it to school in my thermos.
Back before it was cool. Now everyone's doing it.
See,
God, you're just ahead of the times.
Always.
All that
Always.
time your head got flushed down the toilet for being different. Now look at them. Hey?
Ahead of his times. All the kids are flushing their own heads these
because
days.
now my uncle, God rest his soul, he ended up working for that football team. So I was a Celtic supporter because it basically comes down Celtic and
It
Rangers.
wasn't a joke. He actually did get his head flushed for it. Yeah.
Which basically is Catholic and Protestant, right?
Yeah, okay.
And Mum married my dad, who was a Catholic. That caused all sorts
wow.
of bricks through the windows and stuff. But my whole family on my mum's side are Rangers, and my dad was Celtic, so I was a Celtic supporter. Of course. So my uncle, when I was 4, 5, grabbed me by the ankles, dunked my head into the toilet for a bit, pulled me up, said, "Who do you support?" And I would yell, "Celtic!" And then he would dunk my head back in the toilet for a bit. And he'd bring me back up and he'd say, "Who do you support?" And I'd say, "Celtic!" And he'd dunk me again.
Did you ever cave or did you just...
Celtic all the way.
Good on you.
Yeah.
And then what happened with the uncle?
He died. Oh, he got a job. He was a car dealer, and they became the fleet for the Celtic Football Club.
Damn it. And you didn't have the opportunity to
Yeah, I did.
pay him out about it?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Dunk his head in the toilet.
Dunk his bald head in the toilet.
How old were you when that happened, did you say?
4 or 5.
Right.
It explains a lot though, doesn't it?
It really does. Yeah.
My breath stinks like shit.
Why would you
Why you
drink it?
always dribble.
Why you drink from the toilet?
Yes.
All right, let's get into it. Here is today's podcast.
Queensland have won State of Origin. Queenslander!
Yeah, the Queenslander debate. Well, State of Origin debate. Matty's never done one, which is why this is very fun for me. No, I just like debates because you kind of you just give a statement, and despite what people think, it's not a statement that both agree with. In fact, someone is really not going to agree with it, but they might have to give reasons why they do support it.
Like a lawyer
Yes.
defending someone they know is guilty.
Yes, just to be able to hear a different point of view, I guess.
And it opens your mind too, because
Can lawyers do that, though? If they genuinely... Like, if the client goes, hey, I did do this...
Yeah. They're paid to...
Can they still defend them?
Yeah. That's a
They
whole...
have to.
It's amazing, isn't it?
They
I
have
would have
to.
thought they would have had to have, like, at least pretended.
And and I always say to my friend, because she doesn't, I'm like, but you don't support that. And she goes, that's not my job.
That's not what her job
That's
is.
the law. And I was
Right.
like, that's not right. She goes, and what's right and what's wrong? And I'm like, ooh, you're doing it to me.
Right, okay.
Anyway,
See, I've been called argumentative, but I've never had a debate before.
and here's your opportunity.
like Diddy's lawyers would know. But they got to
no,
do
what
it.
I'm saying, but Diddy never said, yes, I did do it.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
Diddy's like, I didn't do it.
Well, here's the thing. This is up to you, right? To bring the facts, because the statement is that Queensland deserved to win the series.
Well, that's true.
Deserved to win the
Both.
series. Yes, and Matty was like, no worries, I've got it. But I gave you the negative, right? So
Yeah.
you have to go against that statement.
So I have to say, no, they don't deserve to win.
Yeah.
And that
And reasons why.
Yeah.
And that New South
So generally
Wales.
you would say the statement and then say, I strongly disagree with this.
Okay.
Okay. And then Ashley, our New South Wales, our token New South Wales supporter.
She always says, I bleed blue.
All right, you got to swap clothes, actually.
I bleed blue.
I do bleed blue. I don't know if I want to swap with you.
Who's some of your
Gross.
favourite players on the team right now?
Right now, all of them. They're all my boys.
I love you, Ash.
That is
I know
an
you're
interesting
born in
one.
New South Wales, so you have to, but...
Every single player is my favourite.
And who's the captain for New South Wales now?
They all act really well.
So this is the thing about New South Wales. They love their state of origin and they love where they were born, but they all moved to Queensland, don't they?
Yeah.
They love it so much they moved to Queensland.
All right, so how long do you want on the clock? Do you want a minute?
Yeah, I've got it. Oh, that's all I need.
Okay.
That's all you need.
A minute is a very long time for the record.
Okay.
Extremely long time.
Okay. We're not debating that.
I've written mine.
Yes.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, he's probably got... Did you get ChatGPT to
Of course,
do
I
it?
had a little bit of help from ChatGPT. All the kids are doing
Mate,
it.
I went to debate this year and I have to say, I was like, that is not your words.
No.
Do you know what that is? No?
See, what I did is I put my sentence in and I was like, make this
smart.
And then I was like, thanks, brother. So it's all my ideas,
Yeah,
but they've just
but
like,
smarted up a
yeah.
notch, yeah.
Otherwise, me, I'd be like,
Yeah.
you're an idiot.
Here is why Queensland should not win the state of origin.
All right.
Okay.
So you're the negative, which means Ashley needs to go first.
Okay.
Because that's what happens in the debate.
All right. Well, can we take a quick break? So I just want to read mine again.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
And when we come back,
Do you need some help with it or not?
no,
No.
Run it through a few more times.
keeps coming back error. Has ChatGPT ever done that before?
Too stupid to compute.
All right, we'll do it next. Here at B105, Stav, Abby and Matt, and you, the people, decide the winner. Is that right?
Yes, they need to call
All right, 13 at 10:60 to judge this debate next.
adjudicators.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
Queensland have won State of Origin. Queenslander!
Oh, it's a debate this morning. So the topic is that Queensland deserves to win the series. Matty is the negative and he's the Queensland supporter. And Ashley, our New South Wales supporter, is the affirmative. If anyone wants to be the adjudicator and decide who wins, 13, 10, 60.
We've swapped scarves. So I've given you my Queenslander scarf.
Not happy about it.
We
And
should
your
take
full
photo.
commitment to New South Wales. You've got one that's got Queensland on one side and New South Wales on the other.
Look at the colour you're wearing. You are wearing blue.
She's dropped a bro on me already.
Yeah, you don't realise she doesn't like losing.
Nah.
She's-
Even
know.
Stav's in blue.
Yes, I forgot again.
You are such a sweet human generally, but when competition comes into it, you turn into a whole different person.
She's going to drop a champ on you soon.
Oi.
Buddy.
Buddy. All right.
All right, who goes first?
Affirmative does. So Ashley, the New South Wales supporter, is
Okay.
saying that they do. So we've got a minute on the
Minute on the
timer. Is that
clock?
what you want?
I mean, I think
all right.
I don't know how long mine is. I didn't really time it.
I don't need that long. People will understand what I'm saying.
All right.
Okay.
Ready, set, go.
Look, I'm a proud New South Welshman, and it hurts me to say this, but maybe, just maybe, Queensland deserves to win Origin this year. Because honestly, no one clings to the past like you guys do. You still talk about Wally Lewis like he's in the team group chat. And Queensland players are built differently. They've got chins that can take a punch and hairstyles that time forgot. And you've got to respect their creativity. They invent eligibility rules on the fly. Once you've stopped in for Queensland, for petrol in Queensland, congrats, baby, you're a maroon. Inclusivity, they are trailblazers. They'll happily let New South Welshmen play for them. Shout out to Greg Inglis, the proud of Kempsey, New South Wales. And loyalty, optional. You can play 20 Origins, captain the team, and still get dropped mid-series. Now that is Queensland equality. Their commitment is unmatched. These blokes are so focused on emptying their bowels after kickoff, sometimes in hotel corridors. Now that is preparation. Even Queenslanders don't think they should win. Take a listen to this.
What Queensland
do not deserve to
do not deserve to win State of Origin.
Got that on tape now. So maybe they should win. Queensland have had a great decade and they've been living off the reruns ever since. Is that time?
Yeah, that's time.
That
Okay.
was
was good.
You're a little bit like
Sorry if I was yelling.
sarcastic, do you know what I mean? But no, that's still good. That's still good.
Actually,
yeah.
I'm not sorry.
Yep, fair enough.
So you got a little nastier than I did, but that's okay.
That's what a debate. Okay, no worries. Yep. Okay.
No, that's all right.
Are you ready?
You want to rewrite it quickly?
No, I'd need another week to rewrite.
That was
All
good,
right.
Ashley. That was good.
That was very good. I will give you
Yeah,
that.
I'm still kind of supporting New South Wales, but yep, no worries. Okay.
All
Yep,
right,
ready?
here we go. Queensland deserved to win the State of Origin series, which I strongly disagree with. Let's be honest, Queensland already has enough trophies. Remember that time we won 8 series in a row? Facebook had been online for 9 years before anyone from New South Wales got to update their status with a win.
Ooh.
It's actually becoming quite boring for us now. New South Wales has been the emotional punching bag of Origin for years, and they're due for a game. Even feral dogs need a nice meal occasionally. Besides, if Queensland wins every year, it really starts to feel less like a rivalry and more like a tourism ad for Queensland. Beautiful one day, winning Origin the next.
That's good.
Tonight's game is in Perth, and you might be questioning why. They don't even have an NRL team there yet. Well, the New South Wales boys are known for their illegal head highs, so when the coach said take their head off, they thought they said get off your head. So to them, Perth is just a stopover on the way to Bali for a few bintangs, which will be their perfect place to celebrate their Origin win. Queensland supporters, we are getting cocky. I mean, I'm still going. 11 wins out of the last 15 series, and now we're acting like we're football royalty. You can't even say the word Origin without someone popping up and saying, mate, it's actually culture, not a game. Every Queensland win adds another neck tattoo to the population of Rockhampton, and let's be honest, they're running out of skin and employment options as well. New South Wales supporters are like that one mate who's always trying to convince you their crypto investment is about to bounce back. Delusional, persistent, and weirdly confident after one win every 5 years. And yes, we have passion here in Queensland, but so does a toddler throwing a tantrum at Woolies. And passion doesn't mean you deserve to win. So go the Blues.
Hey!
Ooh, that's tough to call.
It is tough
Okay.
to call. Let's go over to Luca. Luca can make the decision. Luca, in Tarragindi, I mean, do we need to ask who they support? No, not really.
No.
Who do you reckon won the debate?
I really like both of them, but I think Ashley won.
New South
my
Wales
gosh.
for the win.
Thank you, Luca.
And are you a Queenslander?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
But wait. That gives me an ice cream headache because
Yeah, that
Ashley
means
for
that
New
she's
South Wales won, but she won saying that Queensland deserved to win.
And Luca, being a Queensland supporter, supports that. So
Yeah.
go Maroon.
Go Maroons. You tried your best, Matty?
I did.
It's
I
just
did.
not much else, yeah.
But I guess at the end of the day, no one wants Queensland to lose, do they?
I do.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
How stupid were we years ago just breathing through our mouth thinking it was okay at night? Because now a big thing is the tape that you put over your mouth. And my friend came home.
Kidnappers have been doing it for years.
That's true.
And now someone's monetized it. They must be so annoying.
Oh,
well-
kidnapping was monetized.
Wasn't always guaranteed payment.
That's true.
Well, they say that it's, I mean, we did this at different, like even when we used to go and learn yoga, it
Yeah.
used to be like breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And now it's no, just breathe in through your nose and out through your nose because that's how you should be doing it. And I am a mouth breather at night and I always wake up with dry mouth or I don't know.
You can get a gel for that.
Well, no, I want to do it the right way.
Okay.
So apparently your nose is a humidifier that is supposed to help the air. I don't know, change.
filters.
Anyway,
You got
everyone's
the-
doing it, so I want to do it. That's the sole reason. A friend of mine has been doing it for
You
years.
saw it on Graham?
No, she came back from Japan with it.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, this is years ago. And she swears by it. And then Ashley, our producer, came back from Japan and brought them back as well. And I was like, I want to try them, but I'm having difficulty with them. Now, she recommended some that were really good. They've even in the shape of little lips.
Oh, yeah.
But I just think the way that we have sleep patterns is very different.
Yeah.
So I tried it again last night. And the problem is, do you go to bed the same time as Dan?
I go to bed before him, so he's like, good night, and I'm like, mm-mm.
Yes, and this is the issue because I was still awake when he came in. And, you know, you try to pretend that you're asleep. But I had fallen asleep putting one of the kids to bed. So, you know, you fall asleep in their room and then you wake up and you're all like, oh, great. Now I've had my power nap. I'm up for ages.
Yeah.
So I tried to go to bed and it was like 10:30 and Scott came in. He's like, and I was moving around. He goes, are you still awake? And I'm like, mm-mm. He goes, you are. I'm like,
You know to play dead at that point.
And
If you
I've
make
got-
a noise.
I know, but then I moved and then, and because I'm not saying anything, he's like, what are you doing? And I was like, He goes, oh, right. Did you say you want to have? And I'm like, He goes, okay, I want to go to bed, but if you want to. And I'm like, I don't want to.
Finally, we're living out my fantasy.
I don't want to waste them because they're expensive. So I didn't want to take it off because then I have to put a new one on.
Hot.
That's what he said. And then by then I'm like, oh, for gosh. He goes, you could try this as soon as I come home. And I was like, oh,
I'm going to guess he made that comment after.
no, because I just found it funny at that
okay,
point.
right.
I was like, okay, whatever. But I was like, I didn't realise what a big deal it was for me to be around him silent. It's like all these dreams have come true.
I've heard studies that you can wear them during the day.
I
work.
could do that if you want. I can put one
well,
up for the rest of the show if you want.
Stymies your occupation a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just found it funny. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. So obviously I went to bed later.
Yeah.
And then I was
Did you
like,
leave it on?
Yeah, that's
You
what
did the thing and left it on?
that's
gotta
what
breathe
hot-
through my
yeah,
nose.
yeah.
Right.
anyway, but then all of a sudden he became chatty. I was like,
Did you hold one up to him? Chuck this on?
I said,
wearing
you know,
it.
he's like, no thanks. But then also our youngest comes in probably around about 1 o'clock. So he's like, I love you, Mum. And I'm like, He's like, what? I was like, He's like, I love you. And I'm like, I've got to say it back. So then I was just like,
Take
this
it
is
off.
pointless. So I woke up with it just on my hand.
Yeah, all you need to do is learn ventriloquism.
It's
Well, you still talk through your mouth when you
But
do
you don't move your lips, the whole thing. That's the whole thing. You don't move your lips when you talk. So you just learn how to talk
I think
like
it's
that.
good in theory, and I want to keep trying it. I know that everyone's really into it in my house, but I just it's just
Doesn't work
hard.
for mums. Like if Scott did it, you wouldn't even notice, right?
No one would notice.
I reckon that's the same in my house.
Yeah. Although your beard would be a bit of an issue. No, but they wouldn't notice. It'd be fine because they never come in and go, Mum, Dad, can I have a glass of water? Mm-hmm. Dad, can you come and put me back to bed? No, they don't do that.
No.
No. I am going to try it again, but I just have to.
Do you sleep better with them on when you get to sleep?
I wouldn't know. I haven't done it for very long. I can tell you it was a different experience last night, but that was not sleeping. So.
Oh, yeah. Could you catch your breath enough?
Yeah, because you just got to breathe through your nose a bit more. Have you found that it's improved your sleep?
Yeah, I think so. I was waking up with a sore throat because I was a bit of a snorer and, not doing that anymore, which is great.
Yeah.
I've seen the other ones, which all the fitness influencer blokes have, where they put little magnets on the sides of their
And
nose.
it's supposed to open it up?
And then a clip that makes your nostrils
Yeah.
come right open.
Here's one that'll blow your mind, and you won't be able to not think about it. You only breathe through one predominant nostril at a time, and they swap during the day.
Do they?
Don't think so.
Don't know.
Science.
Science. Well, good luck with it tonight.
Thank you. I'm going to persevere because I bought a pack of 40.
But like cigarettes, I am going to quit after this pack.
Yes, yeah. Don't want to waste money.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
Dear Abby.
Sometimes in life, gets real, and that's when you need Abby to help.
I'm trying to help you.
Dobbing someone in doesn't get a good rap here in Australia.
Dob
Or
between
maybe
nappies.
Anywhere, I guess. But is it the right thing? And I think that's the hard question to be able to answer. And if you've got a dilemma, a moral dilemma, as she has said, you can send it in dearabby@b105.com.au. She has said, I got a moral dilemma that's been peeving me off for ages and affecting the way I feel about them. Someone I know is claiming to be a single parent to receive Centrelink payments. But here's the kicker. She's still very much with her husband. They even go on holidays together. We see them at school drop-offs together, and he stays at the house, I'm presuming, almost every night. Presuming. How do I know? Well, she said that she only works as a cleaner and off the books casually as she receives a single parent payment. Of course, I don't know the details, but she mentioned that her and her husband were separated 3 years ago. Every Saturday night, we see them all over each other at the rugby club and then go home together as a family. What she's saying about them separated is that 3 years ago, he inherited a house from his late father, and he's saying that he's living there with his brother. But from everything we know, he's not actually doing that. It feels completely dishonest, and it's frustrating watching them benefit from a system that's supposed to be to support people who are truly in a tough situation. Should I report it, or is it none of my business? 13 10 60. I've got to be honest, I would be so annoyed by this. I really would, because especially when someone's telling you something, because you're like, well, wait a minute, I want to work casually too, and I want to benefit from it.
Of course.
I don't know if I would be able to dob someone in, but I would want someone else to dob me in.
So you just
Do you
tell
know
a
what
lot
I
of
mean?
people.
I know that sounds...
You mean in case they find out you dobbed them in?
I don't think... You can't remain friends with them if that's annoying you so much. And I don't know. It says someone I know.
Are they rubbing it in people's faces though that they're doing that, or have people just
Sounds
no?
like people just worked it out. They're not hiding it.
She did say even she works to clean it off the books as she receives a single parent payment. She mentioned that her and her husband were separated 3 years ago. But that's the whole thing. Maybe they are. And now they're like, now we're separated. We like each other.
Yeah.
I guess the thing is, if you're sharing money regardless and he's staying there, that's still in the eyes of the law together, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Well, they're saying they're not in a relationship anymore.
Yeah, and it sounds like they are.
I mean, I'm the same as you. I have no issue with welfare for people who need it and single parents who are struggling or people who are looking for work. But this is the annoying thing about welfare.
You're always going to get people that rot the system.
Yeah. So you're effectively paying tax for people to do nothing, and that's really frustrating.
But then who's the person that stands there and says you're worthy and you're not worthy? From their point of view, they're just using a system that's there. I know.
But they're being deceitful. They are breaking the law.
So would you dob them in?
Me personally, no, because I don't want to be in their drama.
Yeah.
But are you in the drama? Like, can you dob... this is another question. Can you actually dob people in? Because you always hear that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there an actual Centrelink
I reckon it would
dob
be.
in? We're presuming.
Like a Crime Stoppers, but for Centrelink.
Yeah. Hey, she hooked up with someone. They're like, that's not illegal.
And do you take photos of them? Like, do you need to show proof of them canoodling?
Sav's going to Google, can you dob them in?
Or what if you are divorced, but you are just hooking up
That's
still?
what I meant.
Is
That's the whole thing.
Is that
they
breaking
might
the
like
rules?
each other. Well, it is if you live there.
But are you allowed to just keep hooking up? Like, say, like, no, we're fully divorced. We're not in a relationship. We do not share finances. She is a single mum, but we've just agreed to...
Well, then you'd
Bump
have
uglies.
to... But then wouldn't he or whoever is earning the money have to pay child support?
Yes, you can. You can contact Services Australia, formerly Centrelink, anonymously through their online form or by calling
They're
their
called
fraud
Centrelink.
tip-off line 131.
But is that fraud? I guess it is, isn't it, if you're doing the wrong thing?
Yeah.
Because I have, there was someone I went to school with in primary school, and I know because I was listening to an adult conversation that I shouldn't, and they got in trouble because he was still living there and he didn't take his toothbrush, and they used to actually
come in and
physically
check.
go and check, and she had to pay it back.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah,
So
you
she,
do.
yes,
actually,
she
don't
was
you?
on
Yeah.
installments of paying back the money that she had received.
Right. So how do they know it was his toothbrush?
I think he actually did stay there.
I think
they-
if there's just two there, they just make that assumption.
Yeah.
But then so going back to your situation, right? I don't know if Esther she might have received a payment. She was a single parent. When did you have to declare that you'd moved in? Because is that automatically presumed as soon as you move in, you're helping out?
Yes, yeah. So she didn't get like a payment as such, but when she was a single parent, she got help with childcare and things like
Yes,
that.
yeah.
But we had to declare when we moved in, and you have to say. So I'm pretty sure when you move in with anyone, you have to put them down and state your relationship.
Yeah.
And so we said that we were in a relationship.
I thought I used to take 6 months before they considered you de facto.
Oh, I can't remember. It was so long ago.
But then what about if you move in with... What about if you can't afford to move out? Your ex is still living with you.
Yeah, but I think you can state what your finances are as well.
Yeah.
I can't really remember, but we were honest with it as soon as we moved in together, straight away, because, as you said, you get back pay and we were, like, sharing the rent and stuff. So
I always think you would be looking over your shoulder the whole time, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because I know that they do cross-references of everything these days. They were even looking on Facebook of people going on holiday homes and claiming that they're, you know...
Well, I felt bad for Esther because she earned more money than me, so I was just another financial burden to her.
So
when
then
we
she's
moved
like
in
two
together.
dependents.
Yeah.
But 13, 10, 60, what would you do in this situation? Maybe you've been in it before. Maybe you're the person that even got dobbed in. You can remain anonymous if you want.
Get you on next.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
Dear Abby.
Sometimes in life, gets real. And that's when you need Abby to help.
I'm trying to help you.
Yeah. Yes. Would you dob someone in? It's a bit of a moral dilemma. If you've got one that you want to be able to share with the group, dear Abby at b105.com.au, or you can DM me. But she says that she knows someone who's claiming single parent to receive payments, but she said she's still very much with her husband. Husband and her lived together in the house, but it's they had said that they were separated at the same time. He inherited a house. So now he says that's his address. Does she report it, or is it none of her business?
All right, we want your thoughts on this. 131060. We got Sky from Greenbank. Sky, what?
What are you doing?
Hi, hey,
I had Naomi, then they just took her away.
They took her away from us. Hey, Sky, what's your thoughts on this story?
I'm just very big on you don't need to be putting it out there for other people, if that makes sense. Like, you don't know her full story. It's none of her business, I think. I think there's so many... It's wrong, and I completely agree with her, and I'm a mum of 4 and have problems with this type of stuff when it comes to payments and helping my special needs son. So I can understand the frustration of trying to get help where you need help, but I just think you just let people do their own thing. Let people... You don't need to be involved in it. You don't need to be in other people's business. Like, if you're going to dob her in, dob everyone in, because I'm sure there's plenty of people doing it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So you reckon the karma will be their own story, not yours?
Yeah, literally. Yeah. And I don't. And at the end of the day, like, it does. It is very frustrating, because it's like, why should they get extra money when, other people are out here doing it tough? I get that, but I just feel like don't step on people's toes when you don't need to. Like,
I guess the other thing you kind of go, personally yourself how much you do need it and how hard it has been. Like, what about if yours was going to be reduced or made even harder so people like this can get it, though?
Yeah, well, that's exactly right, because, you know what I mean? Then that hits personally. So then I would be like, okay, well, I will say something.
It is my business
at the end
now.
of the day, yeah, at the end of the day, she goes home, she does what she does. It doesn't affect her personally, so I'd personally just stay out of it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, there's always a current affair. They would eat this up.
Oh, God, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they'd have too many, I guess.
Yeah.
It's always going to be, I guess once you've got something like that, people are always going to do the wrong thing but justify it in their own mind.
Naomi in Morayfield, what do you think? You've done this? You've dobbed someone in?
I have actually dobbed somebody in. One of my younger sisters, who is married, living with this man, obviously, he works. They have just recently had twins, which were babies number 9 and 10 for her.
Jinkies.
He has put a bathroom in the shed that hasn't even hooked up, and they've put 2 letterboxes out the front stating that he's living in the shed behind her, and she is claiming for 10 children.
Right.
So they do have 10 children?
Yes, they do.
Right, yeah. But it's a lot of payments.
Two of them are his, but the rest are somebody else's. But they are in a relationship, living together.
Right. Right, and so does she know that you've dobbed her in, and has she had her payments
pulled? I don't care if she knows.
Yeah, right. Why does it
It's wrong.
Yeah. Does it annoy you so much when you see that sometimes you're, like, doing the right thing or working hard, and that's just what you kind of go, it just gets to you?
Yeah, exactly. I've worked my ass off for what I get, and she gets for nothing. It's wrong.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the points that frustrates people is, like Abby, you were saying, people do deserve the money. Some people do, and then people who lie, they actually don't.
Well, it's also getting up in the morning and working and try and do the right thing for your family and going, geez, you know what? I'd actually like to be in that situation. Putting my feet up.
You know what?
Yeah.
I would not like to be in the situation where I am gaining payments like that.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that. Thing. But I kind of go, I look at it and I kind of go, I would like to spend more time with my kids. That would be my situation.
Yeah. But the thing that stuck out for me is that the dude inherited a house.
Yeah, exactly. So and he put a shed out the back and put a bathroom in it. It's not even working. Yeah, it's just stupid. They're just idiots.
Good on you, Naomi. Thanks for calling.
All right, we've got an Anonymous. You've dobbed someone in too, Anonymous.
Hi, I dobbed in my sister-in-law, who's now my ex-sister-in-law.
Right.
Yeah.
I found out because I saw a letter at my parents' house from Centrelink, and then I found out she'd been rorting the system for close to 15 years.
Right.
And because of the amount of money and because she's done fraud before, she actually went to jail for it.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How did your brother feel about that?
Well, we kept on telling him to leave her anyway because she wasn't a nice person. And, he happily left the marriage and is very happy now, and she got what she deserved.
Is it just as simple as just sort of saying, hey, do you want to look into this?
Yeah, it was. You just put what facts you know, and they decide if they investigate or not.
Right.
Yeah, so if it wasn't true and someone just wanted to get revenge, then they will obviously find out the truth and nothing will happen.
Yeah.
But because she was fully rorting the system, she got in big trouble over it.
Wow.
It's funny, isn't it, when you take a step back from it and you kind of go, everyone's like, mind your own business, it's them. But I guess when you think of it, the government gets some money from people that are working hard to pay taxes to then be able
And
to
I
pay.
was worried it would affect my parents' pension. Stating she's living there with all the kids and everything. So I was more worried about how it would affect my parents.
Yeah.
And they weren't short of money. They didn't need it.
But now Anonymous, she's got free room and board, so who really won there?
Yeah, she only went for a couple of months because of all the kids, but still.
Someone's paying for that stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, there we go. The majority is saying dob her in. There are a few against it, but...
Good luck in that decision.
Yeah, we'll get a follow-up. Can you stay in contact so we can find out what happens?
Matty says...
To be continued.
Didn't you always say snitches?
Small snitches. Well,
I'm not snitching. She is.
I'm not snitching. She is.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
It's me, Mario.
Let's go.
Yesterday, I brought to the table the fact that I impulse purchased a Switch 2, Nintendo Switch 2. And
Do you plug it up, or are you just playing with the little doody-doo?
A little from column A, a little from column B. The doody-doo is great. And like when you travel, you got a doody-doo anywhere you want to doody-doo it.
You might have to travel.
I do. I will. And I was talking about it to our producer booth, and they're all going to get a Switch 2. We're all going to play each other. It's going to be great. You guys can if you want.
Play date. That's cute.
Yeah. No? You just flat out no. You don't want to play as in Mario Kart.
I sold one that we had. I'm trying to minimise computer games.
Okay.
And I'm not very good at it, Steph. That's why.
Oh. Yeah. You might be like my wife. My wife has a funny thing where she can't see the 3D in games. It looks flat to her. So like when I was playing Tony Hawk, I would give her the control and she would literally just be running into a wall because she couldn't see that the wall was there.
Oh,
yeah, it's very strange. Yeah, very strange. So she doesn't like it either. But forget your star signs, forget your horoscopes. I have found the new way, because you're a Gemini, right? And you're a Leo?
Yep.
Forget that.
Okay.
Doesn't matter anymore.
All right.
Because
damn it, you've turned my whole world upside down.
Yeah, you read these horoscopes every day.
Well, that should have happened when
Leo
the 13th one was revealed and everyone's star
then
sign
they went
changed.
back over that. Anyway,
so you're probably not a Leo, Matthew. You should look into that. Right. But they have done a study on what your Mario Kart player says about you. Do you have one? Did you have a go-to back in the day?
I always went Yoshi.
Okay.
But that was mainly because whether it was true or not, I always thought Yoshi was the fastest.
I think it's like Skittles, where they say like the green one's lime. It's not. They're all just the same flavour. I'm pretty sure every car does it.
No, Skittles definitely taste different.
Okay.
M&M's taste the same.
That's true.
No, M&M's are the ones that are different, right?
No, because they're all filled with chocolate.
No, they're all chocolate. But I'm pretty sure Skittles all taste different. At least my brain's telling me that they are.
We went through this. We had a tester with marshmallows. I can tell you that the pink and the white ones do taste different. Just going to put that out there.
I would agree with that.
Okay, great.
Why, some psychopaths saying they don't taste different?
They were. And I was like, no, I can do a taste test.
Right.
You've lost him on Skittles, and I know you want to bring it back. I don't think I had a dog called Yoshi, but
That's
I never
true.
played.
Was it from Mario? Is that where you got the name from?
I just copied someone else who called their dog Yoshi,
right?
And that was from the game.
Right.
So
okay.
There you go.
Okay.
But the game is that's the green one, which is a no, not the green one.
Yeah, it's a green one.
That's Yoshi. Yeah, that's
and there was a girl, a princess.
Princess Peach.
Yep.
So here we go with what your choice of Mario Kart characters says about you. This is my guy, who I just defer to every time. This guy.
It's me, Mario.
Mario is the balanced leader. If Mario is your go-to, you're in the dependable one of your group. You balance and consistency. Much like Mario's well-rounded stats in the game, you're likely someone who takes charge but ensures everyone feels included.
Wouldn't you want to be centre of attention because the game's named after you?
No, but I think he didn't ask for that.
Oh, right.
You know,
so people just put all that responsibility
on him, and he's
and
taken
honour
it.
onto him, and he's
Yes.
like, "Oh no, please, no."
If it was up to
That's
him, it would be
definitely you.
Luigi.
Sure.
'Cause he
I don't
loves his
believe
brother.
that.
No, I would.
If you choose this guy, Bowser. Peaches, that guy. Choosing Bowser indicates a strong, assertive personality. You're not afraid to throw your weight around to get ahead, both in the game and in life, and your friends might see you as a competitive one who loves a good challenge. If you are Yoshi, they're seen as friendly and approachable. There you go. You have a playful side and value loyalty, always ready to support your friends. In the game, Yoshi's excellent acceleration mirrors your quick ability to adapt to situations. So maybe he is a bit faster.
Ash, what are you then? Since you're going to start playing.
I'm actually also Yoshi.
Oh,
Why is
okay,
everyone
sure.
Yoshi's like the favourite. Okay.
I thought everyone picked Yoshi because he was the fastest.
Well, I picked Mario because the game's named after it.
See, not egotistical, just he didn't want it.
He didn't want it. With great power comes great responsibility. Rory always goes for this person. Princess Peach. Now, that suggests you have a blend of elegance and competitiveness. You handle challenges with poise and don't shy away from taking the lead when necessary. Your friends might describe you as stylish yet formidable. And then finally, Toad, who isn't a mushroom, by the way. That's a hat. But that guy. If he's your pick, you're likely energetic and enthusiastic. You bring a positive vibe wherever you go and are always up for an adventure. In races, Toad's quick acceleration, again, reflects your zest for jumping into new experiences head first. So, I think that's a pretty accurate representation of this team.
I would say so.
Of course, in
Good
the new...
luck gaming tonight, guys.
Thank you, but in the new game, there's like 25 new playable characters, so that's all probably moot now. We'll do it again tomorrow.
I love that you always do that. Hey, I've got this thing.
Yeah.
No, it probably doesn't
That's
count.
outdated.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
The girls have gone wild. You've gone wild. Girls gone wild.
They've gone wild.
We're mums who never get out or do anything.
Give me one margarita, 2 margaritas, give me 3 margaritas, margarita.
Mum's gone wild.
Yes, we just don't catch up enough. At the moment, I feel like we just catch up with our mums going, oh my God, this time of year, seriously, you know? Homework, assignments. It's a full-time job just getting emails from the school. Sporting events, lunches, missing shoes.
Harmony Day.
Oh, it's
Why-
fun. We had Mission Day as well. It's great. It brings people together.
What's Mission Day?
Just different events. Great,
Raising money.
great
For
cause.
charities. But you know, you're like, where is that one orange T-shirt that
Yes.
comes out once a year?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. They wore it once and destroyed it, and then you got to go and get another one. And you can never find it because you go to the shops and everyone else had the same thing, but just a little bit before you.
Kmart's cleaned out that day.
Exactly. But this is just an opportunity to let loose mums like Matty over there needs. Did you hear his stress? Kristen, you want to come along?
Yes, I sure do.
Yes. You're very qualified. You've got 6 kids?
Whoa.
I do.
Yeah. How you go with the juggle of all that?
Absolutely crazy. Mornings, busiest, I guess. The lunches, finding the matching socks and the shoes, as you said before.
What's the age range you're dealing with?
Age range, eldest is 18, youngest is 4.
Right.
Yeah, and then you got a hubby.
Yeah, hubby, he's the worst man child.
Exactly. So, yeah.
Yes.
I'm not going to
Kristen,
ask any questions.
We've been told that you are quite the party girl, and you've got a story that you want to share with us about a huge night out you had. Try and do it in the cleanest way possible.
I will try. So it was probably about 2 years ago now. Hubby and I went on a night out. The club seemed to just keep clubbing on, I guess, and we went for a walk to the local Hungry Jack's. Didn't make it inside. Gave HJ outside, HJ's.
Right. Okay.
HJ outside.
Did you get caught?
HJ's.
Did you get caught?
Definitely no. It was about 2 a.m. in the morning.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah.
You say
And the
that, the
drive-thru
people
was
on the
open.
cameras in the next day go,
She's got a quarter pounder in her hand.
I know. It was our local as well.
Your
so-
local HJ's.
Next day you go back with the 6 kids and they're like, we recognise you. Oh, that's
Did he get fries with that?
Kristen,
That's a happy meal.
It was a dessert, that's for sure.
were you like in the dead centre of the car park, or were you like
hiding?
No, not dead centre, so we're just approaching up the hill, thankfully. But it was like the HJ's on a main road, and so was the hill. So
And so is the HJ.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're coming along.
Thank you.
This party's going to be insane.
Where is the closest?
We've just got to get it out of our system. It's in the mall, isn't it?
No. There's a Macca's in
Oh, is that
Mall.
right? Yes. She's fine.
Yeah.
She can contain herself for one night.
Are you particular with which fast food chain you perform this, or it doesn't matter?
Well, it's just a girls' night out, thankfully.
Yes,
so
exactly.
it'd have to be KFC then. 'cause
We can
that's
get
finger licking good.
Euroses after. Okay. Stav's not going to let you go with this.
It'll be great to meet you tonight.
Yes.
Oh, there is Hungry Jack's in the mall now. Oh, I didn't realise that was there.
There you
okay.
go.
Well, Kristen, we will see you there at Mum's Gone Wild.
Oh, thank you so much, guys.
Good stuff. There we go. If you want to register, go to b105.com.au. It is going to be there at Retros, one of the best party spots in Brisbane. Make sure you go register right now. More invites tomorrow.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
Queensland have won State of Origin. Queenslander!
Oh, yeah. Tonight is the night where the Queenslanders take out Game 2 and then the blockbuster decider will be Game 3 for State of Origin, baby.
But they always try and, grow the game. I don't think you have to with the amount of people watching it all over the world at the moment. But, playing it in a different stadium for Game 2.
That's right. Everyone always was like, why Perth? Why Perth? And then we realised these years later, they will have their first NRL team in Perth, the Bears,
Yes.
in 2027.
But one thing we'd like to do is find out who they're going to support.
Yes.
The people in Perth, because at the moment they're Sweden, right?
Yes.
They don't have maybe a team that they support unless they're from either New South Wales or Queensland. So we thought, well, why don't we go to our brother station, whichever one you want to call it, Mix 94.5 in Perth, and Ben Cousins, who famously AFL. Good morning.
Good morning, team. How are we?
We're good.
Good.
Have you chosen your team? What colour scarf you're going to be wearing tonight?
Oh, well, I don't have skin in the game, if you like, but I did find myself at Game 3 last year at Suncorp, which was one of the most amazing experiences, sporting experiences I've been involved in. And I did land on my feet. And I found myself in the New South Wales rooms after the game. So
I knew you didn't want to say.
I got swept up in it. But
Benjamin. Benjamin Cousins.
Yes, I know you wouldn't like to hear that. But, I did, just the fact that Game 3 was alive. So, I'd love to see it go to 3. But I think New South Wales deserve to be favourites, if you like. But but I also know that anything can happen in Origin. So
that's true. And with it being played all the way over there with the time difference, the kickoff will be at noon, right?
Stop.
Yes, we are a long way from you guys. But it's even interesting, even within my own family, just with what the game does, and to play an Origin game here. My boy, who's turning 14, he came to the last Origin game in Perth, and then in between now, my daughter, she's just turned 12 actually. So now I've got them both fighting over the extra ticket. Where and I don't know how she's just. She's well aware of the rivalry and how big a thing it is. So for what it's worth, I think what the game does, and to allow us to have an Origin game, it really does transcend rugby borders, and we love it.
I mean, WA, famous for having the rivalry of the two AFL teams. How do you feel about NRL team going there in the next couple of years?
Oh, I think it's going to be fantastic. I think there's so many people that are crying out for it. The handful of games that they play during the home and away season, people get behind it. They don't get to see enough of it. The odd Origin game, people really do look forward to it. So I think it makes sense. It's a national game, and it's been ages since we've had a team in the comp.
Yeah, I mean, if Papua New Guinea get a team, you guys should get a team. They are closer.
I agree. Yeah.
Well, I think there's enough supporters to be able to do it, which has always been the biggest fear, isn't it? Where you go populations can't, and if it's traditionally not been there. But I think I don't know. I think people watch all sports streaming.
I think it's time.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, a lot of the NRL players do holiday in Bali, so for them it'll be a great little stopover on the way to their end of season footy trip, right?
Was that a big thing,
We
though,
can break
Ben?
it right up.
When you're playing, is that hard to travel? Because that's been a lot of the talk, I guess, with the flight. I know you joke about it being far away,
No,
but
but
was that a difficulty?
No, it was something, that. Well, I think it still is something that most sides grapple with, at different times, but that's the competition. I think the 2 or 3 top sides in the competition seem to play, well at home and away, and get it down pat. But the rest of the comp, find it hard to be consistent, and that's just such a big part of it. It does make it a long year. You've got to sort of prepare and get on top of your routine and the best way to tackle it. But it is possible. It's not but I think it's especially with young sides that haven't done a lot of it.
Yeah. So it's State of Origin, New South Wales versus Queensland, because that's where rugby league has always traditionally been played. But now we're bringing in a third state. Ben, if there was going to be another State of Origin, you as the current spokesperson for Perth on our show, what state do you want to go up against? Who does Perth hate the most out of the other states?
Oh, well, yeah, probably Victoria. Our rivalry.
Well, they've got a team, actually. I forgot about that. Melbourne Storm do have a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, and haven't they been an amazing club? Their history has just been. They're
a couple of salary cap issues.
we won't mention that, but they find themselves contending again this year.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll talk to Volandis, the head of the NRL, and let him know that we could be doing Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria, and Perth.
That could work.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
And good luck with your decision of who you're going to take, your daughter or your son tonight. So all the best.
Yeah, that is going to be an issue. Don't worry.
Yeah, that one he can't answer.
No. Good on you, mate. Appreciate you taking the call this morning.
Appreciate it. See ya.
Stav, Abby and Matt.
Alpha Bucks, tomorrow, the 19th of June, 6, 7 and 8. You can win $50,000. Stav's going to give you 3 of the answers for each game to make it easier.
I am 6 a.m. Some of your answers are Silly, Singer, and one of my favourites, Steve Martin. That's S. 7 a.m. it's L. Some of your answers are Lamb, Leah, and Lorna Jane. And 8, it's P. And some of your answers are Prada, Prado, and Phone.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Stav, Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.